Today we're going to learn how to scale up an image. The vocabulary we'll need to know is scale, which is to make an image bigger or smaller using the original image's proportions. A proportion is a size relative to other parts or things. A sketch is a rough drawing representing the main features of an image, and the grid method is a technique of drawing used to transfer an image onto another surface. The materials you'll need today are a pencil, ruler, yardstick, 6x8 inch paper, and 8x24 inch paper. Here's a brief overview before I go into more detail during the video. So first you're going to overlay a grid onto the original picture. Then you're going to draw the grid onto the other surface. In this case, it's the 18x24 inch paper. Use the grid to sketch the picture onto the new surface, starting with the basic shapes and adding details. And then at the end, we're going to paint over all of it. Alright, so let's get started. You're going to start by marking each inch at the bottom of your image. In order for your lines to be parallel to one another, you're going to have to draw another mark at the top, one at every inch, just like we did at the bottom. Once you've marked each inch at the bottom and as well as at the top, you can go ahead and connect those marks with lines. Once you're done with that, you're going to do the same thing on the shorter side, so go ahead and mark inches 1 through 5. Once you finish marking the bottom, you can go ahead and mark each inch at the top. It can really be anywhere near the top as long as the marks line up to make parallel lines, and then go ahead and connect those marks, as you can see in the video, to create your grid. So our previous grid was a 1x1 inch grid. We are going to make a 3x3 inch grid. So measure and mark every 3 inches this time. I'm going to start at the bottom again, marking every 3 inches. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and 21 inches. You can leave the 24 because that'll be the end of the paper. And just like we did on the 6x8 inch paper, I'm going to mark the bottom and then the top. And just like we did on the smaller paper, go ahead and connect those marks that you had made. And we're going to repeat that same process on the other side of your paper. So go ahead and mark every 3 inches at the bottom, mark every 3 inches at the top, and then connect your marks with vertical lines. The grid method is really helpful because now that we have our grid, we can figure out the exact dimensions. So as you can see, the body of the butterfly is about 2.5 squares long. So I go ahead and mark that and then just kind of start sketching out the body according to the squares on the smaller grid. And I also like to make marks of where the wings meet the butterfly body, just where lines meet and things like that. So that is it for our demonstration of scaling up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you're wanting to learn a little bit more about how to scale up on with images that are a little bit more detailed, go ahead and watch this YouTube video. And if you happen to be unable to complete this activity using so many lines, I can show you a different version that only uses 2 lines. Just let me know, raise your hand, and I can come over and demonstrate that for you. And here are my references. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, just ask me any questions you have.